Center of Slaughter until the end of the combat. At the start of their turn, the warrior gains 1 temporary wound for each stack. These temporary wounds cannot exceed 5. Okay, so that's 1 whenever it's attack. Take skin. I already have this. So whenever its attack gets 1 temporary until the end of the combat. The problem is, it might go only up to 5. Okay, let's see what else we have. Contempt. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior next melee attack against that enemy deals a +5 damage. Does not stack, but it can be reactivated after another attack made by. That's interesting, the contempt. Or the warrior melee attack deals an extra 3 damage to enemies that have no allies in dice and cells. That's actually more, because most of the times the enemies are spread out. No. We do desolation. Or desolation. Yep. And toughness. And I want. Yes, he's gonna be tough. Idira. Let's see, Idira. What? So Idira, you have 50. Everybody has. So you have 50. Everybody has 40, 30, 40. For intelligence. Knowledge for each points, intelligence points. Okay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this actually no, this is analyze enemies. So the exploits they depend on the perception. So we need to work on the perception. Okay. And nothing found. So we're gonna have to just pick something. Edge of Fate. At the beginning of every combat, the Psyker has 15. No. No. The first dodge attempt of every enemy. Doesn't matter. Every time the Psyker deals mental damage. We don't do mental damage yet. Blade of Light. Force weapon attacks deal 2 more damage and have. I want the one where I scream. So screaming is what kind of damage? Because it will reset. Features. This is a Psychic Shriek. What kind of attack is this one? It's a side. Okay. What kind of, is this like a mental or what? Or just, well, let's go back. So we talked about that. Psychic Barrage. Ooh, target suffers an additional 3. Yes. Psychic Barrage. We do this. We're gonna do this. Because then every time we're gonna scream, we're gonna do 3 more damage. What else we have? Oh, you don't have the nimble? Oh, that we don't even negotiate with this. You need a nimble. Give you 10% dodging. Okay. And now let's go where we have to go now. You have to go this way. Emmerich Mountain.
The heir is dead.
The ship could use a prayer or two right now, but it's too early for a funeral.
Dynasty.
My repairmen are already hard at work fixing the damaged compartments. We can and we will make it.
Right in front of us. You just ended his suffering sooner.
Okay. Master Helmsman.
A new challenge for me.
Rival, Master Helmsman, system status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
How did you people survive in here?
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
We need to re-establish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. It is our only chance of escaping from the warp.
Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Fox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report and... blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please, hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Alright, I'm ready. Begin the ritual. Take the Lord Captain's place.
The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, You realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind.
You are to blame for Theodora's death?
I am the beginning and the end, and all that courses in between. I am the voice of the truth that is destined to triumph. For this triumph is the terminal point of every twisted maze of fate.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
All right.
it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. And through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself.
Well, then, your lordship.
You cannot help but notice that the seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together.
You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfilled entirely, and now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews.
By the way, open the cargo management screen to learn more about the cargo on your flagship, the amount, the types, and the percentage of cargo being filled up. On the cargo tab, you can see details about the items packed in each cargo slot. If you need to use an item that is already packed, move that item back to your inventory. Cargo is needed when trading with merchants. You will meet them soon. Okay. So here is like, how did we come to lose so many officers?
It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found. Which is unsurprising, given that their informant on board was our own Master of Whispers.
Abelard grimaces.
What is on the agenda for this meeting?
Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I am still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge. And they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain.
Have you succeeded in tracking down Voidweir?
Abelard grits his teeth.
No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors, but, frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now 1 shuttle short. I am afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought.
Wait, Abelard. There is another altogether more pressing problem. I do not wish to be the rogue trader. No, actually I do want to. I am ready to start the briefing. Summon the officers.
With a gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness.
Everybody bow to me. I'm your lord now.
Attention, officers. You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Rel von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports.
Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard?
As you wish, your lordship.
Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh.
Vigdis Suriata of the Talaman line, our new Vox Master.
It is an honor to serve your lordship.
The Vox Master offers a deep bow.
Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain.
Beside her is Raver, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap.
The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face, gives a sullen nod.
Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum Janrys Damrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship.
Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows.
It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And, lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnisia.
The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priests' mechadendrites.
Is that everyone?
Unfortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachary Wise, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He is in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Wise has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the Von Valancius Protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodora's passing and Conrad Voigtvir's treachery. I will deliver a report to your lordship on the Astropath's progress as soon as it is possible to do so.
It is equally regrettable that 2 more individuals worthy of mention could not join us at the briefing, the Master-at-Arms and Confessor Adalbert. The eminent Adalbert must see to the funeral services being held for the fallen officers, of whom there are too many for him to take leave from the chapel. And Mistress Sauerback, who has replaced her late predecessor as our Master-at-Arms, is currently leading the search for any surviving agents of Voigtvir. All others present are adjutants, secretaries, and deputies. They are here to make up a record of proceedings.
Alright, let's take them in order. The Infernus Master.
Yes, Lord Captain.
The tall man bows his head in deference.
I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty.
Abelard remarks in a low voice pitched for your ears only.
The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak.
Alright, so he's the fireman. Then, High Factotum. What have you to report?
We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and, unfortunately, this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless and negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligo's Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets.
Rumbles Abelard, frowning.
Drives Master, I will hear from you now.
A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the tech priest's scarlet hood.
Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnisia, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the Engineer Prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Muggos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Muggos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible.
Would someone care to translate the esteemed Drives Master's words?
The ship's most senior tech priest, most senior both in rank and in experience, is dead. If we do not find a replacement, we will be unable to resolve the problems with the warp engine.
Answers the Vox Master instantly, without even thinking. This is not the first time she has acted as an interpreter between the ship's various inhabitants.
Alright. So we need a tech priest. Okay. Master Helsman, deliver your status report.
Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less, but without our engineer prime and navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first, our warp drive being torn to pieces or all of us melting into the bulkheads.
Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a novice Nobilite station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor.
A sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull, as if in response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the demon that appeared before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I am the will of the Weaver of Destinies, and today, I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation.
If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round this system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Promethium and supplies last. And if any thick-as-crock shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry on that score.
Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report?
The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look.
No, my job's simple, maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone, we've got no able crew, no Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself.
The Master of Ordnance chokes back the words he was obviously about to blurt out without thinking. He casts another look at you before turning away.
I apologize profusely, Lord Captain. Pardon the fool, the ship is in ruins, every other officer is dead, and the Lord Captain is no longer with us. Fear has taken hold of me.
He looks up at you.
But I've heard of you, oh yes. Your fame has reached even as far as the Expanse. I can't be showing myself up in front of an illustrious person such as yourself.
He adjusts his uniform and stands ramrod straight.
The Master of Ordnance can report that the rest of the arsenal has been saved and the battery is in good order. We are ready to fight, if that is the Lord Captain's will.
So to summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members and we require a new engineer prime and navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage?
Precisely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems.
What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves?
I see to the Vox Master on this point. Mistress Taliman?
We are in the Reichad star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your Lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The novice Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the